This is the Idea Hub in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital. Here, young IT professionals are housed under one roof, all working on new innovative technology solutions. Today, 27-year-old Babajide Fadoju is using social media to sensitize people on the risk of Ebola and how to avoid contracting the deadly virus.
The most important aspect of all viruses, of all problems, has got to do with talking about it, because you need to know what's happening for you to be able to tackle it.
The techies at Idea Hub are among a group of bloggers and activists in Nigeria who have taken it upon themselves to educate people about Ebola through social media platforms. Japhet Omojua is a blogger who started the hashtag Facts on Ebola on Twitter. He says people are more likely to read short and precise messages than longer ones.
People on social media are some of the society's most influential. If they get an issue started, you're likely to have that issue become a national issue.
The West African Ebola outbreak is the worst in history, and the World Health Organization (WHO) said on Friday it represents an international health emergency that will likely continue spreading for months. In Ghana, local radio and television stations are teaching people about Ebola, bringing the latest news on the spread of the disease to their audiences. At City 97.3 FM, Ebola is now a major part of the daily news bulletin. But according to the online manager, Mawuli Shikata, the government should be doing more to help people understand the dangers of Ebola.
There was a lot of media attention given to educating the public about HIV/AIDS. You see a lot of TV ads, there were billboards in town, there were radio commercials and the rest. But in the case of Ebola, you don't see anything. You just depend on what the journalists report to the public. So I don't think the government is doing enough to educate the public about Ebola.
Still, the social media, television and radio message is reaching some. Residents in the capital, Accra, say they are now more aware of how to prevent infection.
I prevent myself enough from as many people as I can, even family members, because you may not know the next touch or contact you make with your next neighbor maybe is the start of your 21 days to your grave.
Officials at Ghana's Immigration Department, however, say they do not have the necessary resources to control or prevent the potential spread of Ebola in Ghana.
Those officers do not have basic gloves, sanitizers, and the mask, if the mask is required. Now, the other issue is we are not experts. We don't even know what we need to protect ourselves.
Ebola has strained health systems of affected states, and governments have responded with measures, including national emergencies declared in Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Nigeria. But Ghana's government insists it has put the necessary measures in place to stop an outbreak.
We have managed about 24 suspected cases, and these cases have tested negative.
The bloggers and activists in both Ghana and Nigeria hope their message will reach as many people as possible, not just in their countries, but across the continent, helping to curb the spread of one of the world's most deadly diseases.